Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your MC for this evening, multimedia journalist and traffic reporter for CBS Channel 5 News and 2009 Centennial High School graduate, Miss Chelsey Davis.
Well, good evening, everybody. Yes, there is a step stool back here to make me a little bit taller. That's what happens when you're fun-sized. I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight to the 10th Annual Peoria Education Foundation Visionary Awards presented by McCarthy Building Companies. I'm so pleased to be with you this evening as we honor and celebrate the individuals and organizations that have made such a positive impact in this community and on education. Just want to let you guys know I graduated from Centennial, as the introduction just said, and I had the best experience with Peoria Unified School District. As a graduating senior at Centennial, we had a homecoming, and it was all about making dreams come true. So one of my autistic friends said he wanted to be the first autistic homecoming king. Now, I was student body that year, and I did not rig the votes, but he sure did win. And that's what I loved about being a part of the Peoria Unified School District, because they weren't focused on making a first impression, they were focused on leaving a lasting one. So I want you guys to give yourselves a round of applause for being here, and know that I'm so honored to be here with you. Also want to mention, now in the journalism world, I've done a lot of work with the Peoria Unified School District. Just this last year, came back for the homecoming, and we had our chopper guy out live covering us in the parade. It was pretty cool. And then just a couple weeks ago, we had the torch run. Did you guys hear about this? Yeah? I hear a couple people out there. I know there are more of you. The torch run, did you guys hear about this? Yeah, it was awesome. Basically celebrating 125 years, the students got to represent their school. They would pass the torch to some student that would run around the campus. They'd get back on the bus and go back to the next school. It started in chronological order. So from Peoria High School, one of the oldest schools in the district. So that was a really cool experience to be a part of. So I look forward to sharing a lot more stories with you guys tonight as we gear up to present our 4 Visionary Awards to some very deserving organizations and individuals. I trust that all of you enjoyed the silent auction. Well, that was fun, right? Did anybody win? Do we know yet? Okay, I'm hearing some really empowering yes. So whoever won, good for you. So I'm trusting that you guys enjoyed that part, that you also enjoyed the cocktail hour. It looked like there was some fierce bidding, but a special thank you to all the donors as well who helped make the silent auction possible for everybody here tonight. If you were not one of our big winners, not to worry, I have some good news for you. You can still win big tonight by helping support a student through the Peoria Education Foundation. Thanks to the generosity of the Arizona Diamondbacks, if you sign up for the Foundation's Who Cares Club tonight with a minimum of $120 donation, you will receive 2 tickets to an upcoming Diamondbacks game, and one of the student scholarship recipients will also receive game day tickets. How cool is that, right? Awesome experience. So you guys can fill out the form. By the way, I love energy, so I'm going to be vibing off of you all night, so if I'm like reaching out to you to give me some energy, let's just have fun, okay? So we'll be hooting and hollering all night. It's going to be good with all of us here together. But again, if you're interested in getting some of those DBACS passes and tickets, you can fill out the form on your table to sign up for the monthly recurring donation, or you can click on the QR code from your program that you guys got tonight. We have so much more to get to, including a delicious dinner. But before we proceed, I have some special guests and elected officials that are here tonight that I need to take the time to recognize. So we're going to give everybody a warm welcome. Here's how we're going to do it. This is the play-by-play. I'm going to say the name, we're going to applaud, and then we'll move on. Does that sound good? Okay, so we have Peoria Mayor. This is Kathy Carlott. Peoria City Council Member Michael Finn. And if any of these people are you, feel free to stand up, wave, do the princess or prince wave if you would like to. We have Peoria City Manager Carl Swenson. Glendale City Council Member Gary Sherwood. Peoria Unified Governing Board Member Kathy Connect. Peoria Unified Superintendent Dr. Denton Santarelli. There he is. Love that guy. Peoria Unified Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Heather Cruz. And Peoria Unified Chief Financial Officer, Ken Hicks. Special thanks to all of you for being here this evening. The Peoria Unified School District has a rich tradition of excellence in the Northwest Valley, where it serves more than 37,000 students in its 42 schools. That's pretty amazing. The district prides itself on award-winning teachers, high Ames test scores, specialized signature programs, and championship athletic programs as well. Centennial back in 2005 to 2009, we were state champs 3 out of 4 of those years. Go Coyotes, still proud. Last year, thank you. Last year, we were bragging about the district's incredible 94% high school graduation rate, among the highest in the state and in the nation. Well, this year, it gets even better. Get this, the district has an astounding 95% high school graduation rate. As you can imagine, none of this happens by accident, but it's the result of more than 4,000 dedicated teachers and support staff, countless involved parents, and a strong group of business leaders and community members that support the efforts of the district so that every student, every single day, will be prepared to shape tomorrow. And I want to take a moment, because I have the mic, so I get to do whatever I so wish. No, I'm kidding. But I do want to thank my parents for being here today. My parents, my grandma, and the love of my life, Brandon Hamilton, are all here. So let's give them a round of applause for being so supportive. And by all of you being here tonight, you're contributing to the district's success. On behalf of the Peoria Unified School District, it is my pleasure to welcome one of the district's most dedicated advocates and volunteers. Right now, I'm going to introduce governing board member and rock star. I'm just ad-libbing that part, but you are a rock star. I met her earlier. Kathy, Connect, come on up.
I'm not a rock star, but every time I get on the stage, I want to do something. I don't know. So good evening, everybody. As a member of the governing board and ex officio member of the Peoria Education Foundation, it's my pleasure to be a part of this event every year. The Visionary Dinner is celebrating its 10th year of recognizing the finest business leaders, nonprofits, and individuals in our community for their ongoing support of the Peoria Unified School District and public education. Let's hear it for public education. The Peoria Unified Governing Board believes that our community plays a vital role in the education of our students. For more than 2 decades, the Peoria Education Foundation has bridged the connection between our community and our public district schools. And we should have a slide up now, right? I want to personally thank the dedicated Education Foundation Board of Directors for the work that they do to ensure that our teachers and students have the incredible opportunities they deserve. I'd also like to take a moment to ask each of them who are able to join us tonight to stand and be recognized. These are the Board of Directors of the Peoria Education Foundation. I will just say a couple of things that are off script tonight. First of all, I left my class at ASU West. I'm a graduate student there, and I was the best dressed in my class tonight, I will say that. But this is so very, very important. And the Peoria Education Foundation does things for our school district and our teachers and our students that unfortunately we wish we could do, but we can't. Some of you may be aware that we are experiencing some financial difficulties here in our district and in districts across the state. And I think that perhaps our superintendent may touch on that when he gets to the end of this evening, because it's not illegal yet. Okay, so finally, I'd like to express my congratulations on behalf of the Peoria Unified Governing Board to the honorees who are here tonight. I know them all, I respect them all, I value them all, and take my personal thanks to all of you who are here tonight. Thank you for your support of the Peoria Education Foundation, and ultimately, the staff and the students of the Peoria Unified School District. Congratulations, and everybody, please enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
As Ms. Connect mentioned, the community plays a critical role in helping move the needle towards success for our future generation. The Peoria Education Foundation has been serving students and teachers in the Peoria Unified School District for more than 21 years. Since its humble beginnings, the foundation has distributed more than $400,000, that's right, $400,000 in grants for teachers and scholarships for students. That's amazing. You guys should be really proud about that. Each one of you is to be commended for doing your part to help our teachers and students succeed by being here tonight. Tonight's event has already raised more than, drum roll please. Where's the drum roll? Okay, I'm hearing some people. $40,000 already tonight. And all of that will be to support the efforts of the foundation and ultimately make an impact for our teachers and students. One more round of applause, $40,000. That's pretty amazing. One program that the foundation supports is innovative grants to educators throughout the Peoria Unified School District. This year, the foundation awarded 15 grants to help teachers make dreams come true in our classrooms. Let's meet a few of this year's grants recipients.
Being first year in the district and coming over to Park Ridge, there were just a few instruments, and so I wanted to really build upon that and just get the kids as hands-on as possible and just to be able to have them have a few more. Wonderful thing about music is that these instruments are going to be with the kids for a long time. Like, it's not going to expire, they're always going to be here. So we're going to be able to use them in every grade level and for many, many years to come. Thank you, Peoria Education Foundation, for this wonderful grant that has enabled my students to be able to play these instruments.
The project, actually, we're going to use it in all 4 classes. It's Arduinos, so it's a programming device. We're going to initially start it off with Engineering 2, which is where the kids start to explore the different opportunities that the Arduinos or the Raspberry Pis or the Makey devices, and they have funny names, but they do a wonderful job for the kids, teaching them how to code and how to program. The 2 main projects that the kids are working on right now, one is an arcade game using the Arduinos as kind of the computer for that, and the other one is a guitar tuner. I'd like to personally thank the Peoria Education Foundation for providing this opportunity for our school and myself. Thank you very much.
I've used it to buy a copy of Minecraft EDU and a license for both the server as well as for 40 computers. And that enables me to create worlds on Minecraft, and then it enables about up to 40 students to be able to enter that world and the projects that we do in it. We were creating this thing called the Minecraft History Museum. And the Minecraft History Museum, they're going to be teleported to this island, and on the island they're going to be building that plantation based on the description that they wrote. And the rubric is to make it historically accurate. And there's no other way to do that I could think of except within a Minecraft framework. I wanted to give a big thanks to the Peoria Education Foundation for giving me the grant. We literally could not have done it without your help, and so I really want to say thank you for that. And my 31 students also want to say thank you too, because they're very excited about it.
I am using my grant money to purchase low brass instruments here at Santa Fe. Since I got here, I've increased my enrollment in band, and therefore I've run out of instruments, and I've had to borrow from at least 4 other schools. So with the money, I just wanted to buy more. Having more instruments available to the kids increases my enrollment, and it gives the kids just more opportunities to play, and it's just a way to get more kids making music. Thank you to the Peoria Education Foundation for supporting arts education and giving more children the opportunity to make music in our schools.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. Pretty incredible teachers that we have in our district out here. And we're very lucky to have all of them. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Executive Vice President for Hunt and Caraway Architects and the President of the Peoria Education Foundation. Everybody, give it up for Miss Tamara Caraway.
Good evening. It is my honor to serve as president of the Peoria Education Foundation, but it is an even greater honor to be in a room surrounded by such a generous group of business leaders and community members. Your support this evening will ensure that so many students have opportunities to make their dreams come true, and Peoria Unified teachers will have the tools they need to support the growing needs of our students. I'd like to take a moment to thank our supporters, beginning with our title sponsor, McCarthy Building Companies. McCarthy has been a remarkable ongoing partner for the foundation, and we so greatly appreciate your support. I'd also like to thank those who gave at the junior level a gift of $2,500, Core Construction, Mid-State Mechanical, Pueblo Mechanical, Progressive Roofing, and Stifel Nicholas. We were fortunate to also have generous sponsors at the sophomore level who gave at the $1,500 level. This evening, those that we'd like to thank are ADM Group, Chase, City of Peoria, my own team of Hunt and Caraway Architects, Sun Valley Masonry, Stone Cold Masonry, Valley Schools Management. And last, but certainly not least, our freshman level sponsors. And this is a great list. CEC, City of Peoria, Mayor Kathy Carlott. City of Peoria, Councilmember Michael Fenn. The City of Peoria, EduPoint, Electrical Workers Local Union, EMC2 Architects, ESI, Plan Member Services, Ritan, Safe and Sound Playgrounds, Skyline, Urban Energy Solutions, W&W Structure, and Wholesale Floors, LLC. Truly, your support is invaluable, and we simply couldn't do it without you. We really do appreciate it. Last year, I shared our exciting launch of our Who Cares Club, which you heard Chelsey mention earlier this evening. The club was designed as a creative way, to broaden our impact. Some of you may have already signed up during the silent auction, and if so, I'd like to thank you for your donation. If you haven't had a chance, I hope you will join us by clicking the QR code from the Al on Your program and donating just $10 or $25 per month to help us make an impact in our district schools. In doing so, you'll receive a listing on our website, a special invitation to our scholarships and grants reception, and of course, tickets to an Arizona Diamondbacks game for you and one of our student scholarship recipients. Plus, I just received word the Arizona Diamondbacks are willing to do a match of up to $2,500 for donations we bring in tonight through the Who Cares Club. If the tickets aren't enough to entice you to pick up the form on your table or click on the QR code to give, I hope the chance to help us receive this Diamondbacks match will encourage you to make a donation. I now am officially the only one standing between you and dinner. So without any further ado, on behalf of the Peoria Education Foundation Board of Directors, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here this evening and for your unwavering support. Thank you.
I was also notified during the break, no pun intended, that we have some more auction items that have not been bid on, and if you want to win, I mean, you guys have to go back out there on your way out, and then you can look at those items just in case you missed them. And then also, if you haven't had a chance and you're interested in that Who Cares program and you want to go see a D-backs game and help out all of the people who can also benefit from this, it's going to be available for you for the rest of the evening. That's an awesome program, as Kathy was talking to us about. I also want to thank all the volunteers who were here today. They greeted you with beautiful smiles and a warm presence as you were making your way in at registration tables. They're teachers and retirees of the Peoria Unified School District, many of whom have been recipients of a grant from this foundation. So let's give a big round of applause to thank all of them for their help tonight. In addition to grants for teachers, the other key program of the Peoria Education Foundation is supporting the students who have overcome incredible odds to go on and pursue post-secondary opportunities beyond high school. We have one of this year's scholarship recipients here tonight. But before I call him out on the stage, I want all of you to direct your attention up to the video screens.
I am one out of 3 other siblings, and I was born at home because my dad was kind of crazy and abusive, and so we eventually got away from him and we went from shelter to shelter. I've just moved around like a lot. I've never been at a school longer than 2 years. It makes it difficult to adjust all the time. I work at Kachina Elementary. I'm a custodian there. I work 19 hours a week usually, and then during the summer I get to work a little more.
During my sophomore year of high school at Ironwood, there was an open case that was opened with my parents and I with Child Protective Services. My parents had a drug addiction, and so we had to deal with that, and the challenging part for me, well, going through the case was challenging, but I was actually the one that reported them. So that was rather difficult. It lasted through my sophomore and my junior year of high school, and it ended around the start of my senior year. I currently live with my grandparents. My grandparents were given guardianship of me at the end of the case.
I was born in Iraq in the Middle East. I was born and raised there. Of course, born in 1997, it was kind of it was already, things weren't so great there. My family had just come back from Libya after having immigrated away from the war in Iraq. And then in 2003 was when obviously the whole Iraq war started. And then we had to leave in 2006 because things got so bad. As far as like my memory can go back, like during those days it was just really dangerous. There was never really a guarantee you'll come back home alive from school. The fact that I got to leave all that behind me and had the opportunity to come here, I feel like I was blessed with this, and so I feel like the need to make the best of it, you know. The plan so far is to attend the University of Arizona and then probably leave out of state for a better med school.
I'm planning on going to ASU this fall. I'm doing the Barrett Honors College, hoping to graduate with an honors degree in some kind of engineering, and then hopefully I'm gonna get a master's or a doctorate eventually and open my own engineering firm.
I would like to go on to study social work and hopefully potentially do work in that field, and then work my way up to becoming an attorney for children that are within the foster system.
Thank you, Peoria Education Foundation.
Thank you, Peoria Education Foundation.
Thank you, Peoria Education Foundation.
How are we doing out there? Do we need some Kleenex? We can ask the waiters and waitresses to help us with that. Awesome people, and you know what? I have the privilege to introduce you to someone here who is also a Centennial Coyote. I met him a little bit earlier tonight, and I can tell that he's just a go-getter and he's going to achieve really big things. I think that you can see that in people, and I want him to know, as we are going to bring him out on stage, that we believe in him and anything that he wants to achieve in life. So, as I mentioned, he's Centennial High School senior. He serves as the student body president, youth council liaison for the city of Peoria, and 2014-2015 Peoria Education Foundation Against All Odds scholarship recipient. Please give Ian Mullane a warm welcome, everybody.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ian Mullane, and it is truly, truly an honor to be addressing such esteemed members of the Peoria community this evening. You know, before we're all born, all of us were completely blind to the conditions we'd find ourselves in. We simply didn't know. Our families, our heritage, our skin color, our socioeconomic backgrounds, what city, what state, what nation we'd live in. Everything, in all reality, was out of our hands. Ask a child born to wealthy executives in Manhattan if he changes birth status? Probably not. On the other hand, ask the child born to poverty in a third world country if he changes birth status. You'd probably derive a different answer. However, these divisions do not exist solely on opposite sides of the globe, but exist in our very own nation, and in fact, in our very own community. The students who you just saw on the previous video, and many like them in our community, face difficulties that seem unimaginable, but they are very real for those students. Take this scenario, for example. A little boy grows up in a small home right here in Peoria, Arizona. His mother, upon marrying his father, came from Mexico, never receiving a college education. She struggles to speak English and cannot find a job in this country. The boy's father, while a hard worker, barely manages to provide food on the table for his family of 4. Eventually, the boy's father loses his job, and suddenly the world turns upside down for the boy and his family. What little they had soon becomes nothing. Whatever optimism the boy held on to for a better life dwindles as the probability of the family losing their home grows stronger each and every day. What once the boy knew as struggle now becomes hopelessness. If society were to bet on a child to succeed, it certainly wouldn't be this one. We know the statistics. The media tells us every day what kids are supposed to make it, what kids are not. This boy was not supposed to, but while his parents at one point could not even afford to buy him a new pair of shoes, they had him absolutely convinced that he could accomplish anything he put his mind to. And through years of hard work, diligence, and a community and school district that supported him every single step of the way, the boy applied to Harvard University, the most selective school in the entire globe, and manages to get in. That boy is me. If you were to look at my background, I was not supposed to be one of the students who made it. And in truth, I probably would not, had it not been for the many individuals sitting in this very room. For it was through this school district, through this city, that I first discovered my passions in life. It was through the many things the Peoria Education Foundation supports that allowed me to see beyond my life's barriers. I am a product of the community from which I come from, and this community is truly something to marvel at. On behalf of the many students who, like myself, triumphed when victory seemed unattainable, who are able to hold their heads up high because of the Peoria Education Foundation and people like you, I cannot thank you enough. I'm here tonight because of you, because you care about the community, and thus you believed in me. The world we live in is the one we choose to create. I am not one to accept the notion that the shortcomings of society are permanent. They are only permanent if we fail to rise to action. For communities to prosper, it takes the collective efforts of individuals from all walks of life to support causes which truly seek to improve upon society's challenges. The Peoria Education Foundation is truly one of those causes, and with your support, it will continue to be for many years to come. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, and have an incredible night.
Okay, we know Ian's the rock star tonight. One more time, give it up for Ian, everybody. He is such an inspiration to all of us out here. We wish him well going to Harvard. I was strictly told I was not able to say anything about it before he came up on stage, and that was really difficult because I was so excited, but I was able to keep it sealed. So now, I'm glad that you all enjoyed your delicious dinner. I think I'm seeing some dessert coming out here, so enjoy that as we just continue on. This is compliments of Hunt and Caraway Architects, and these are baked and decorated by students in Peoria High School's Culinary Arts Department. So that's pretty fancy. So let's give them a special round of applause. Thank you to Hunt and Caraway and Peoria High School. So the moment is here that we've all been waiting for. It's time to recognize all of our honorees for the evening. Our governing board members, Dr. Santarelli and Mrs. Caraway, I'd like to invite you up to the stage as we're going to begin the presentations. As they're going to make their way up here, I'd just like to share with you that the awards for our honorees will be receiving, they are going to get special visual arts and ceramics pieces of items here, and they're from the teacher at Centennial High School, Miss Suzanne Roy. She's actually even here this evening. If we could give her a round of applause. If she is here, will you stand up? Where is she at? Oh, there she is. So that is so awesome. So we appreciate everything that you've been putting into that. She's a local artist and visual arts teacher, by the way. She's amazing. And speaking of the arts, I suppose it's a good time for me to remind you that the annual Peoria Arts and Cultural Festival will be held on April 11th. If you have your smartphones out, you can program that in so you guys don't forget. It's going to be in Old Town Peoria. There's additional information in your program as well, and we hope that you plan to attend that extraordinary event. All right, are we ready for our first recipient? Yes? How are we doing out there? Are you guys okay? Are you hanging with me? Okay, so we're going to get ready for our first recipient. We're going to bring up the energy. I want you to be loud, obnoxious. You can clank the glasses if you'd like. So our first recipient is no stranger to supporting educational initiatives in the Peoria Unified School District and around the West Valley. Receiving our Community Partner Award is Great Skate. Let's give Great Skate a round of applause. We're joined this evening by Bob Sietsema, General Manager of USA Great Skate, who I'll invite on stage to accept this award. All right, we're bringing you front and center. Wow, look at that. Let's give him another round of applause. Beautiful artwork too, Miss Susan Roy. Awesome. All right. Great Skate, I guess I probably should have read this while you were up here. Sorry. My bad. Great Skate has been an ongoing partner and key contributor to the Peoria Education Foundation for years. In fact, too many to count. During summer, winter, spring break, Great Skate provides discount coupons so students can enjoy the day at the rink, while 100% of the entry fee goes back to the Peoria Education Foundation. Their generosity has extended through countless fundraisers for individual PTSAs and booster clubs to raise money for their schools. They can always be counted on to provide tickets for student incentives, whether it be for character development or for good grades, and have been known to distribute skating vouchers to Peoria Unified bus drivers who use them to reward good behavior on the buses as well. So congratulations again to Great Skate. Our next award recipient has brought smiles to the faces of many in the Peoria Unified School District. The recipient of our Nonprofit Collaboration Award is TheaterWorks. Let's give TheaterWorks a round of applause. Here to accept the award today is Board President Tim Holt and Executive Director Daniel Shea. TheaterWorks, I actually used to perform in TheaterWorks with my brothers. The best Christmas pageant ever. Is that still a thing? Anybody at TheaterWorks? Yes? That's still a thing, right? I love it. Okay, anyway, we'll get to the note here. TheaterWorks has been well known in the community, obviously, and a friend of the Peoria Unified School District since its inception early 30 years ago. With a strong focus on youth, they have hosted a myriad of productions for young audiences and have incorporated educational field trips for students in their annual repertoire. They support the foundation through the donation of silent auction items and also provide numerous scholarships to students for their summer camps. In addition, they have become an integral partner for the Peoria Arts and Cultural Festival, providing the stage for school choirs and drama productions as well as the use of their facility for this long day event. This year, they will provide drama workshops for kids at the Art Festival as a way to further expand their partnership with the foundation. So congratulations again to TheaterWorks. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the winner of Peoria Education Foundation's Business Partner Award, Hunt and Caraway Architects. Accepting the award this evening is Executive Vice President Tamara Caraway. Much deserved. Now, Tamara was going to also be joined by John Schmid. We have the project architect, Catherine. How do I say that last name? I'm sorry. Pyrat. Okay, Catherine Pyrat, here you come. Come on up. I want to make sure I say it right. Interior architecture, Kevin McDaniels. Project designer, John Moore. Construction administrator, Dave Buckley. Man, Samsonite, I was way off. Sorry about that, guys. That was a movie reference. Okay, construction administrator, and Melissa Lowenthal. Interior architecture. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody, as they make their way up here. Okay, awesome. The wonderful team at Hunt and Caraway Architects just finished the successful design and remodel of Peoria Unified's oldest educational asset. That's Old Main at Peoria High School. It's a beautiful place, and the structure is a testament to their work. Their support reaches far beyond architecture and design. For years, they have made generous contributions to the Peoria Education Foundation, sponsoring the grants and scholarships, reception, as well as the visionary dinner. Their support has been felt in the annual Pride of Peoria event, where they've contributed to honoring the district's top 1% of employees. Their leadership has held active roles on district committees and are tireless advocates, epitomizing a strong private and public partnership. Their passion and commitment to education has been unwavering on so many levels, so let's give them another congratulations. All right, guys, thank you so much, and this brings us to the main event. We're moments away from recognizing our Visionary Award winner. Before we invite them up here on stage, we have a special guest here to share a little more about tonight's recipient. Please join me in a warm welcome for the Senior Vice President of Operations for McCarthy Building Companies, Justin Dent.
The moment I've been waiting for all night, as you all know. Thank you, Chelsey. It's a pleasure to be here, and on behalf of McCarthy, we are very excited to be the title sponsor for tonight's event. At McCarthy, our mission is to be the best builder in America. But really, that means a lot more to our internal corporation as far as building schools, building young people, and ensuring that our future is bright. This year's Visionary Award winner is also helping to shape the future of Arizona. Please direct your attention to the screen as we honor the 2015 Visionary Award winner, the Arizona School Boards Association.
The Arizona School Boards Association is private not-for-profit that represents every school district in the state of Arizona. We really are focused upon training and leadership development, legal and policy services, public relation, marketing and information services, and of course lobbying and government relations. We're governed by a 25-member elected board, and we have been here doing this work for 65 years. 19 very dedicated professionals that work every day to try to move the needle for K-12 education in our state. And the reason we do it is because we're passionate and we have a basic inherent belief that this is the most important profession in our country. It is dealing with the future of our democracy, the future of our society. And there's really no more important work, I'm convinced. We get great pride out of seeing a leadership team really fit hand in glove on key strategic initiatives in their community. Certainly Peoria is a great example of that, the kinds of successes that your leadership team has been able to move forward. And so that's a critical part of preserving local control in our state, of preserving the basic roots of democracy, and really securing the kind of future for our state and even on a bigger scale, our nation. One of my mentors told me when I took this job that every decision that's made in the ASBA offices should be able to be traced back to a child in the desk. And if all 19 of us think that way, the upside is just tremendous. What I hope it looks like for Arizona students is that there's a public school seat for every child every day of the school year that is viable and taught by a well-trained professional with a strong leadership team in that school. That's when we know we got it right. We're proud of the past and excited about the future.
All right, the Arizona School Boards Association is renowned throughout the state for their work developing quality leadership and advocating for children in public district schools. Their programming results in continuous improvement of student success by enhancing the knowledge and skills of members of locally elected governing boards. ASBA provides model training for school leaders, emphasizing best practices in public school governance. In addition, they keep board members abreast of the latest legal and legislative developments that greatly impact our schools. As the most influential voice for the public education in the state, they represent and advocate for the diverse interests of public schools, utilizing the political agenda that is developed and adopted annually by the statewide membership. ASBA also provides policy services that keep districts' policies up to date and also compliant. They produce a weekly online newspaper called AZ Ed News, dedicated to keeping citizens and stakeholders informed on important news in the world that are just specifically focused on education. It has become a respected source of education information throughout the state and also nationally. Finally, ASBA was a key plaintiff in the recent 301 court case, which resulted in the Arizona Supreme Court's ruling that the state of Arizona owes public schools $331 million. $331 million. Round of applause for that. Let's keep that round of applause rolling because we want to recognize the Education Visionary Award, the Arizona School Boards Association, which will be accepted this evening by Executive Director Dr. Tim Ogley. Come on over. We're going to give you the mic. Oh, picture first, of course. Say cheese. Okay, come on over. We'll have you take the mic. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chelsey. Oh, jeez. Imagine Dr. Denton saving people. Jeez, thank you. This community is so fortunate to have such a strong leadership team, and we're certainly very respectful of Dr. Santarelli and the culture he's built here in Peoria. Thank you. Tamara, that's an excellent event. We certainly appreciate your work and leadership in supporting this community and this foundation. It's just a tremendous event, and hats off to you. As you saw in the video, ASBA has been around for 65 years, and I could talk for a long time about our organization and the work we're doing, but I realize that I am standing here between you and the next edition of The Voice, that's on live now, so we won't do that, but nonetheless, we are very humbled as an organization to be honored in this way. We really are. 19 individuals, as you saw in the video, that work every day to build a bigger, faster, stronger ASBA, and 5 of those individuals are here tonight, and I want to recognize them because this has so little to do with me and everything to do with dedicated folks who come to work every day to help you do your work. Down here at this table, we have 5 of our 6 directors. Heidi Vega, our Director of Communication, couldn't be with us here tonight, but I'm going to have these folks, and hold your applause till the end, and then let's recognize them because this is the real backbone of ASBA as we make a difference in Arizona. We have Karen Loftus here, our Director of Leadership Development. We have Janice Palmer here, our Director of Government Relations. We have Ellen White, Director of Administrative Services. We have Chris Thomas, Director of Legal and Policy Services and our General Counsel. And we have our Associate Executive Director, Tracy Benson. These 5 individuals, in addition to Heidi, as I said before, really make the backbone of our association. They not only have the trains running on time, but they are looking to the future to try to move the needle for all of us. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, Karen Loftus. I think I did. Karen? I'm very impressed by tonight's event. Thank you for honoring us. We're certainly humbled by that. And at ASBA, we like to say, we're not perfect, but we're pretty darn good at what we're doing. And you have our commitment that we will continue to work to try to get this right. I'd like to tell you more, but I don't want to be subject to a potential $5,000 civil penalty for talking more about the school business tonight, but there's one other feature about ASBA that this community should really celebrate, and that's the future of ASBA. The future of ASBA is very bright, and in December, an individual on this stage will become president of the board of ASBA, your own Kathy Connect. We're thrilled about the possibilities and the upside potential of our organization. And once again, the teamwork of our senior leadership team, these 5 individuals really make it worthwhile for us to come to work each day to try to help and try to do the right thing for our kids in our districts. Thank you. We're very honored.
Well, thank you so much and congratulations again. Tonight we have recognized so many people who do so much to support the Peoria Unified School District. But last and certainly not least, we have one more person who's going to come up here and take the stage, a dedicated advocate for public education. Please put your hands together for the American Association of School Administrators, Arizona Superintendent, somebody who I admire, Superintendent of the Year, Peoria Unified's very own Dr. Denton Santarelli.
I'm going to move the step over just a little bit. Certainly it is an honor every year to stand before you and to see the amazing support that each of you provide to our core mission, and that's teaching and learning. It's certainly emphasized when you have young people like Chelsey who go through our system and provide just wonderful evidences of their success. Also Ian, a tough act to follow. But you know, we're proud of our graduation rate, we're proud of a lot of accomplishments, but the hallmark of what we represent is how well our students do after they leave us. And so Chelsey and Ian, hey, congratulations and thank you. You know, another thing that is often said about strong organizations and certainly strong communities is that you can tell an awful lot about them, not necessarily when things are going well, but when the chips are down, when we face challenges, when things seem insurmountable. And the people in this room, the organizations that you represent, are the kinds of organizations and entities that rise to the occasion. You know, in public education, there's been a lot that's happened in the last 6 or 7 years, and as some of you know, I continue to challenge this state with a plan that will truly address this nonstop, ongoing, year-over-year reduction that we've continued to face. And I'm longing for the day when that plan bears fruit for the young people that we all serve in the Peoria Unified School District deserve that for their futures. I hope for a future that does not cause things to diminish that we know will help students be successful. You heard both Chelsey and Ian talk about student council, and I know that they were also involved in other activities in athletics and the arts, and we saw a wonderful presentation here of what the arts bring to our society. So I'm confident that we can continue to join hands in our efforts to provide for a better future for the countless students who will follow the ones that have walked in the footsteps of the students that have been here and been before the ones that have graduated from our district. I greatly admire, as I got a chance to speak to many of you as you came in this evening, I greatly admire what you do and what you represent, and I can't thank you enough for your ongoing efforts to help us be better, not just by your presence and by your charitable contributions, but your support in so many ways. And now more than ever, we need that. With that, I'll conclude by also offering extra congratulations to ASBA. You have been rock stars for many years. Certainly TheaterWorks, your tremendous partners, Hunt Caraway, and let's not forget Great Skate. So thank you all for being here this evening, and thanks for what you do and what you represent.
We had to bring the step stool back, but that's okay. Fun-sized is the way to go. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Santarelli. It has been a distinct honor of mine to spend the evening with all of you. If you feel so inclined to get up early tomorrow morning, I will be live on Channel 5, 4:30 a.m. I know, that's a little early, but we run to 7, so I hope that I get to see some of you guys tuning in. I'll wave at the end. That's how you know that I'm talking to all of you. But seriously, thank you so much for having me here tonight. It has really been my pleasure. I love the Peoria Unified School District with all my heart. My family has always supported me. They always say, when the sky's the limit when your heart is in it. And I feel like all of us are out here because we're trying to create waves and leave that lasting impression. So again, thank you so much for having me. And this concludes everything for tonight, the 10th Annual Peoria Education Foundation Visionary Awards. And with that, I'd like to leave it with a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause, everybody. Thank you for everything that you do. And again, thank you for having me. Enjoy the rest of your evening.